This coverage is being brought to you by 28mobile. Make sure you check them out on www.28mobile.com and pick up your favorite unlocked smartphone. What's up everybody, this is Danny. Today I'm going to be checking out the Samsung Galaxy S5 LTE-A, or also better known as the rumored Prime. The Samsung Galaxy S5 has only been out for a couple of months, and when it was released there were rumors flying around that there would be a better Galaxy S5 router around the corner, and here it actually is. This is the LTE-A model, and it also comes with the brand new Snapdragon 805 processor, the first to do so, along with 3GB of RAM, and the huge news here is this is the first Super AMOLED Quad HD display out on the market. So let's go ahead and unbox this Galaxy S5 LTE-A and see what else comes inside the box. I opted for the black model. It is also available in white, so make sure you check out 28mobile.com to see which one that you would like best. So let's go ahead and peel the back plastic off of here. This looks very much like the Galaxy S5, and also peel off the front screen protector and we'll be ready to go. So let me go ahead and boot this up, for I know a lot of you like to see the initial boot sequence. This is the SK Telecom Korean model, but I can confirm that it does work on AT&T LTE, and I'll show you how to activate that later on this video, so stay tuned. So the first initial boot up is very quick, and let's go ahead and see what else comes inside the box. Alright, now let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you're going to get is a bunch of Korean documentation, which I don't think you're going to read at all. And here are some typical white Samsung headphones that you get with most Samsung phones, along with some earbuds. And next you get a micro USB 2 cord, which is weird because this is a USB 3 device, but I guess we'll let that slide because it also comes with a lot of extra stuff in this package. It comes with a integrated power brick as well for another country. I guess you need to get an adapter if you want to use this. And what's awesome is it comes with two 2800 milliamp batteries. Of course, one of them's already in the phone because I booted it up, but it's nice that they add a second battery, and you also get this awesome battery charger as well. This is kind of similar to the G3. I think all Korean phones actually come with two batteries and a battery charger. I wish the US would do this every single time. I know it'll never happen, but we can dream, right? So there is the LTE-A model right next to the Samsung Galaxy S5 in its Quad HD glory, and right off the bat it's very hard to tell which one is the higher resolution. You can tell that the Android symbol is a little bit smaller on the Quad HD display due to its resolution, but where you're going to be able to tell the difference a little bit is in the submenus and in the text, and also you can tell that the wallpaper is a little bit sharper, but besides that it's kind of hard to tell the difference. So think about the S5, it had a fantastic screen anyway, jam some more pixels into there, and there you have the LTE-A Quad HD display. Right when you take this thing out of the box, if you order this Korean model, there is a whole bunch of Korean bloatware on here, but what's awesome is you can actually uninstall 90% of it or actually hide it, so that's fantastic. So if you know me, I'm not a huge fan of TouchWiz, so the first thing I did was just put a bunch of different stuff on here. The first thing I had to do is get that launcher out of there and put the gel launcher on here, which is the Google Experience launcher. I think it runs fantastic. I think it looks a lot better than the TouchWiz launcher. And also had to disable S-Voice. I had to get my magazine out of there and also install the Google L keyboard. So now I got it running exactly like how I like it, and it's also much snappier. The design and build of the LTE-A is exactly the same. The only difference you're going to notice is that there is a gold trim now instead of the silver trim found in the Samsung Galaxy S5. And that gold trim also goes around the camera and the fingerprint scanner on the home button. So I think it actually looks pretty nice. In my opinion, I think the black and gold go very well together, but some people might not like it. And on the back, the 16 megapixel camera remains, also with the heart rate sensor and the LED flash, and also that dimple pattern and the materials are exactly the same. The LTE-A runs Android 4.4.2 on top of TouchWiz, and it's pretty much the same experience that's on the Galaxy S5. There's just few minor things here and there in the settings. Like what I noticed is there is a festival effect which allows you to get notifications during different holidays and little minor things like that, but there's really not much different here. This is pretty much the same TouchWiz experience, hate it or love it, that you got on the Galaxy S5. So I would think about it this way. This is exactly what the Galaxy S5 should have been when it was launched. It gets a pretty new gold and black color. It's got a Quad HD display, Snapdragon 805 processor, 3GB of RAM, and the brand new Adreno 420 GPU. And it also has the same 2800 mAh battery, but in my testing so far, the battery life has not been affected. I've been using this for about 4 days now, and I'm getting about the same battery usage that I was on the Galaxy S5, so that is definitely an A+. The LTE-A is one of 3 phones at the time of this video with the Quad HD display. So along with the LG G3 and the Oppo Find 7, the Quad HD display now is finally starting to come to the mainstream. So which is the better display? So I'm going to have a separate video on this, actually testing all 3 of these displays, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to see that video. But of course, I can't let you go without seeing a sneak peek, right? So there is the LG G3 next to the LTE-A, and of course the Super AMOLED panel on the LTE-A is going to be more vibrant, it's going to be more saturated and brighter. But if you actually change it to the cinema mode, you can actually get some accurate colors out of it, and I'll show you that in the full display showdown. Now, if you look at the whites here, I think that the LTE-A looks more white accurate. Look at the LG G3, still looks a little bit grayish or yellowish. But when you look at the Find 7 next to that, then these start to get a little bit closer when it comes to the accuracy of the whites and colors. I still think that the saturation's a little bit more off on the Find 7, so I think that right now, for a Quad HD display, that the Galaxy S5 LTE-A has the best Quad HD display on the market right now. But I'm going to show you that in that full display showdown. I also shot a separate video of the benchmarks of the Snapdragon 805, which is in the LTE-A, and the Snapdragon 801, which is in the original Galaxy S5, and I found that the benchmarks were not that different. I also benchmarked the GPUs as well, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel for that. That'll be up in a little bit. But this display, let me tell you once again, the blacks are so inky, the colors are very punchy, and it's actually very bright in comparison to the other 2 panels, and the sunlight visibility is much better than the 2 panels, and I definitely enjoy it. So if you're going to actually import this device, let me show you how to activate the LTE. A huge shout out to OT for Tech. Make sure you check out his channel because that's where I got this information from. So go ahead and go to the APN and go ahead and change it to this exact APN here. Should be phone APN is what you need. And if you have other APNs on this device, make sure you wipe them all out because you could have some stability issues between the 3G and the LTE. So next thing you want to do is go to the dialer and dial *0011#, and that's going to take you to the actual service mode. Hit that button on the bottom and make sure you hit automatic, and that's going to just start automatically looking for the LTE band, and go ahead and reboot it, and when you reboot it up, you will see the LTE and it's all activated. So bam, just like that, it works perfectly fine on the AT&T network in the United States. So let me know, what do you guys think about the Samsung Galaxy S5 LTE-A? Is this the Samsung Galaxy S5 that you've been waiting for, with the brand new Snapdragon 805 processor, 3GB of RAM, the new Adreno 320 GPU, and that beautiful Quad HD display? Or are you absolutely pissed right now because you bought a Samsung Galaxy S5 when it first came out, and now that is being trumped by this brand new version? Let me know if you want to see any other kind of coverage on this Galaxy S5 LTE-A. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at SuperScientific because I'm on there pretty much all the time. So any kind of questions or requests, make sure you hit me up there. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more high quality content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.